Welcome back.
Welcome everyone.
As my voice cracks.
I did not hear it.
I am not doing well cognitively, hormonally.
Really? No, you're not actually. Yeah. It's bad. I mean, you're getting better, but
I'm getting a little bit better.
But I can see how your cognitive state would be affected.
Yeah,
by your
not well.
Headaches and stuff. And you had this. You were talking about last week too.
Yeah, I've had a headache since last week. It was worse last week. And it actually is due to hormonal birth control, which I am not on anymore, but threw me into another bout of hormonal situations this week and last week too. So I am on the mend, but if I slip up word-wise or I don't make sense, it's because I'm running on empty here, guys. Yeah. I'm Allison, by the way.
And I'm Katie. This is Relatably Random.
Welcome back.
We already said that. Yeah, we're talking about random stuff today. Yeah. And plus you said you were short on water today, so that might be a culprit too.
Yes.
But we have a topic today that we're going to talk to you guys about.
Yeah.
But
list notes right here.
Yes. But there was a couple things that happened this week that I just wanted to talk to you about and talk to everybody about. I think one thing I did talk to you about, but I did this other thing I did was I'm always obsessed with these before and after transformations of these people that find out their body type or color seasons, things like that. Yes. And there's certain,
I love those too.
Yeah, there's certain Instagram groups or their businesses that actually you can pay them to analyze your color, to see what season you are, what colors, and then these pictures you see the person before and they have a bad hair color for them and a bad color scheme, and then after they found their hair color that they love, everything. And it transforms them,
elevates.
Yeah,
it so
does.
Much, yes.
Elevate is a good word.
And actually, I've heard of people getting all of this done just by some sort of AI, ChatGPT or something.
Yeah.
However, I don't necessarily support using AI for that, just because I don't support overusing AI for anything because of economic reasons and environmental reasons and all that. So.
Yeah. But I went on this one that's called Curate My Style, and I actually paid $65. They're actually England based. Yeah. You could get another package. You could get a huge package that's $300 to they analyze your body, your bone structure, give you styling tips, things like that, your color season, everything, makeup tips, hair tips, everything. But you can also kind of sample what you want out of that. So I might do something else down the future, but I got my color and it took 72 hours. They said I was a soft autumn, which you are too. You said you did
supposed to be a soft autumn as well.
Yeah. And I kind of knew because they're because I've read about it and it's if you look better in gold jewelry. Oh, if you look better in these colors. If you feel your veins are a certain color, I'm okay, if you narrow all that stuff down, seem to be a soft autumn, right? But so I was a little okay, well, I already kind of knew that. So I was kind of wah, wah, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they also give you celebrities in your color palette, which they're kind of widely known. If you Google soft autumn celebrities, they'll just.
Oh, I might do that later.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I think Elizabeth Olsen.
Oh, I love Elizabeth Olsen.
Yeah, Kate Upton, Giselle, Tyra Banks, Mariah Carey. They kind of have a warmer tone. Kind of softer,
which is funny because we're both very pale, but I do think that because we're Italian, we have that under yellow glow of a tan that could be.
Yeah, we have a little olive or yellow or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But since I've gotten it, I don't think I've used it to its full potential. It's you have to kind of weed through your clothes, I guess, and see what color combinations, and so. I kind of looked at the celebrities too, and I'm which hair color would look best on me, and which,
Is that why you decided to put highlights in?
I did, yes. can't see.
Which are very nice.
I have to tone it, but yes. So I just thought that was cool. I do recommend Curate My Style because they did give me pages and pages of like color combinations and like a synopsis sort of thing. So it's a cool little service.
Yeah.
And they don't take long getting back to you.
And it seems relatively, adequately priced, not too high.
Right. If you're willing to pay that much money. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Have you kind of, if you knew you were soft autumn, did you kind of, are you dressing for your season?
So I think this is kind of in my color palette.
Yeah.
So how I got my color palette was I opened Pinterest late one night, and they were like, this prompt came up and it said, "Do you want to find out your color season?" And I was like, okay.
They never did that to me.
And I just uploaded a recent picture, and the Pinterest analyzed it from there and asked me a few questions and generated it like, what's your eye color, what's this, what's that, what's this, what's that, and they generated it, and I ended up being a soft autumn too. So I guess the generator was pretty spot on. I wonder. Now that it happened, I wonder if I was like just like part of like some random test group.
Maybe.
Because
I looked for it. Yeah. After you did that, I'm like, I'm going on Pinterest and doing this. I looked and looked. It never prompted me.
I just opened my Pinterest one time and it literally just came up. And I'm glad that I actually did it, because if I would have clicked out of it, I probably would have never found it again.
Why not? Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I knew. And after that, yes, I did try to wear like more colors that were in my color palette. But then I was also just like, yeah, but navy is not in my color palette, and I love navy. And
it is. I can send you the style guide.
The color ranges that they showed me in mine.
Okay.
But if it is in yours, then that's great.
Yeah.
So I could probably get more of a, since we're the same color, I can
send it to
you. Thank you so much. That would be great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did try, like, but I feel like sometimes there are just things that I really love to wear that I feel like look good on me, and even if they're not in my color palette, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And also, I don't really want to ever highlight my hair ever again.
Yeah.
And
my hair is drier, I can tell, and I feel like it's more tangly.
Yeah, and I don't like the sensation of, because I have a different hair texture than you. You tend to have a straighter, silkier texture than me. And I feel like when I get highlights, my hair becomes like pubes. So I don't really like that texture. And I also, it's funny, I was scrolling through my photos to show Zoe some videos of herself, because girlfriend loves a video of herself. And I was looking at like old episodes of this podcast, and I had short highlighted hair, and I was like, oh man, I do not like that look. I'm actually so glad that I have videos of myself, so I can actually, like, not just a bad picture, just see that it actually in live time is not working for me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's kind of nice. Like, I was always scared to do this podcast because I'm like, I hate like pictures of myself. Like,
I'm not a big fan of pictures of myself
and
either.
not that I'm like looking at myself going like, oh, okay, I look good. I'm not. I'm just saying, like, it's not easier, as bad as I thought.
It's easier to digest yourself when you're actually talking and being a person, than when somebody or yourself takes what you would say is a bad picture of yourself.
Yeah, basically.
So,
yeah.
I definitely feel like I look better when I'm in motion versus, because and maybe it's because I just haven't mastered how to look, how to smile, and what are my good angles for pictures.
Yeah.
Some people really get good at that.
Yeah. Some people, it's their job to do that.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I
wish it was my job to do that. I could try and learn that.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, curate my style. And I thought it would be actually more tailored to me instead of just like, oh, you're a soft autumn. This is the package we give to everybody. Soft
Well,
autumn,
you
soft
did
autumn.
get the lowest tiered package.
I
So
did.
so if you would have gotten the highest tiered package, that probably would have been like, this is all about you, Katie.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm guessing that's probably
True. Yeah. So anybody that's curious, I hope that was helpful.
Yeah.
And
it's always fun.
Yeah, I can't speak for the other like businesses that do that, but Curate My Style is that. It was pretty helpful. The other thing I wanted to bring up, and I saw this on the internet, the movie Steel Magnolias, classic.
Yeah.
Right? Tearjerker. Like, I still can't watch that movie without crying. Like, I don't watch it all the time.
I mean, we quote it from time to time.
We do. It's a quotable movie. Like powerful, not powerful, but like, women in the South that are respectable and, just and funny. Dolly Parton's in it. I mean,
yeah, I love Dolly. I love Dolly, and Daryl Hannah is really good in it too.
Yep. A lot of all-star cast, but the person that I was watching it was actually on Instagram, and she was saying that the real villain of that story is the husband,
Shelby's
husband, not in the movie. Mm-hmm. Because in the movie he's like a lawyer, he's always very supportive of her. It seems like he does whatever, he follows her lead basically. She really wants a baby, but it's hard on her body. No spoilers, but I guess there are spoilers because I'm going to be talking about it.
Also, it's an older movie.
It is an older movie,
and I'm guessing that any type of review on it would be a spoiler by now because it's an older movie.
Yeah, it's almost 30 years old. But it was once a play, and the play was written by the brother of the real life Shelby. So it's a real story. It's based on a true story. The real life Shelby's name was Susan, and it was the playwright's sister, as I said. And she did have type 1 diabetes. She did have kidney failure, especially after the birth of her son. Her son's name is Robert. In the movie, it's Jack Jr. because Jack is
his dad.
Mm-hmm. But in real life, Susan's husband was a pediatrician. So he was a doctor, so he would have known some of the risks that she was taking with her decision to have a baby and everything. Back then, I don't know. I didn't do enough research to see if there was like surrogacy back then. I mean, it was the early 80s when she gave birth.
Yeah.
So, who knows what options were available to her? But for a woman, like sometimes some women don't want kids, which is totally
and some women want to be pregnant,
and some women pregnant.
Women want to carry their baby themselves,
right?
That's
true.
That's their dream, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No. And if that was her dream, she did get to live her dream.
She did,
which was nice. And I saw pictures of her. She was so pretty.
Was she?
Susan, yes. And she was a nurse, so she would have had some idea of the health risks too. But I couldn't find anything. This lady on Instagram was saying like he's the real villain. He was a pediatrician. Also, he got married like 3 months after she died to a nurse that was caring for her when she was in a coma right before she died, Susan. And the brother wrote the story because this new wife was
already being called mommy by their son.
Right, by their son Robert. Right, and he was only 2 at the time.
Yeah.
So he wanted to evoke some sort of memory of Shelby, his biological mother, Susan, right? Because she didn't get to spend very, very much time on this earth with her son.
So sad.
Very, very sad. Her name was Susan Harling Robinson. So Robinson was her married name. And the playwright is Robert Harling. But I could not find, she was talking all this crap about that. Like,
the Instagrammer.
Right. The Instagrammer was like, he remarried right after. Like, he did. He remarried relatively soon. But I couldn't find anything like the son was calling her mommy and the playwright wanted to get revenge. There was nothing like that. I think he just wanted to elevate his sister and have her remembered and honored.
Yeah.
So if you guys have heard anything else, you can comment.
Oh yes, we'd love to hear anything.
Yeah.
Or any just comments in general.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking to you about this, and I'm like, well, on one hand, you could look at it because I've heard of that before, like a man or a woman dying and then their spouse like remarrying right away. It seems a little fishy and a little cold-hearted.
Yes.
Right? It seems like
not enough time to grieve, but everybody grieves differently.
Everybody grieves. Maybe he wanted to move on quickly because it it really hurt him. Who knows? I don't know what their relationship was like. Maybe he is an ass hat. Who knows?
Well, also there could have been that. I mean, if she was in a coma,
right?
How long did that nurse care for her in the coma? How long was he around that nurse?
Right.
You know, how to have some sort of relationship blossom.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and I should read. I'll put up here like how long she was in the coma for. But if it was a week, maybe that's weird. If it was a couple months, less weird. But her mom did give her kidney because her kidneys were failing.
Yeah.
Just like
just
Sally
help?
Field did in the movie. No,
so
it did not save her. I know. I've never heard of like type 1 diabetes being so bad, but maybe she just had a severe case of it.
Maybe.
Our last couple podcasts have had some sad notes to it, so
maybe there wasn't the type of monitoring that they had nowadays either. Maybe it was death from type 1 diabetes was more common back then.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's possible.
I don't know the statistics on that either.
Yeah. But type 1 diabetes is usually like a childhood. You get that. Or that you have it in childhood.
Yeah,
I think.
And you learn how to manage it.
Right. It seems tough.
And I'm pretty sure that there are tons of women who have type 1 diabetes who have kids.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure why she was in renal failure so early on in her life.
Maybe she had damage some other way to her kidneys from the diabetes. Maybe she went too long one time with that. I don't know, but she was on dialysis too. So,
which is crazy, especially if she's a young person that's a nurse.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, if you haven't seen that movie, go see it. I know we
spoiled
it.
And also, but Olivia Dukakis shines.
Olympia Dukakis.
Olympia.
Yeah, and
see, there's that brain not working quite right now.
Shirley MacLaine plays Weeza.
Yeah. Shirley MacLaine's good too.
Shirley MacLaine.
Sally Field.
What were you saying? You were saying that you saw something about like in the movie Jackson was like cheating on her.
No, I don't know that he was cheating, but they
like context
there
clues.
Were kind of context clues. Somebody had pointed it out on Instagram too that I had seen in like some sort of post that there was like a lot of chatter about like the groom at the wedding and lots of things that you could catch.
He's off the market now.
And like also like, oh well, we'll see how long that lasts. Like wink, wink, and like well, I heard this and this. Wink, wink. Yeah, maybe we should watch it again.
Yeah.
Like, but this, again, this is I don't know how much of this is true. I do seem to remember something like that.
Yeah,
but
vaguely.
But when you're younger and you watch a movie like that, you don't watch all of the adult contextual clues.
No.
But then that's actually one of the really nice things about watching a movie that was for an older audience. When you were younger, you watched it, and then you watch it when you're in your like, I don't know, 30s or 40s after you've had a kid or something, and you have a way different perspective on everything in life, like marriage, kids, all of it.
Yeah.
And you watch something like that and you're just like, "Oh my God. I never noticed that."
Yeah. Because I think like in that movie they're not even like characters saying it. They're like off to the side for a second.
They're like attendees of the wedding, or
like they just show them for a second or something.
A bridesmaid or something like that. Like they're just
yeah. That's crazy. I will have to watch that again, though. It's really sad though, and I always cry.
It's a very sad movie.
Cry. But so Steel Magnolias, I think it was made in like 87, 88. Go watch it.
Wow. I haven't seen the play. It's almost as old as me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it doesn't seem that way though, does it? Not that you're like, I'm just saying it's neither do you.
I was born in 86. So
what I'm saying is 87 doesn't seem that long ago. 88, 87.
Well, there's that millennial joke out there that like what 1980 was, the 1980s were just 20 years ago.
Yeah, they're 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Because we still think it's like 2005.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I don't think it's that we think that it's 2005. I think it's more that we don't feel like that much time has passed.
Right.
Like I do not feel like I'm going to be turning 40.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, and that's why I'm not scared of it either, because I don't feel 40.
You don't feel like it's like
I feel like I might be like 28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, some people have like a biological age and like a chronological age that they feel, right?
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm going to be 40.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way either.
And maybe, and there might be people who comment and say, "Well, you look it." Well, I mean, if you think so.
I feel like I do look it sometimes. Sometimes I feel like really old, like gosh, I'm old, and then other times I'm like, I'm a baby, like I feel like most people who
see you with your children think you're their older sister.
Not if they get like up really close to me.
Okay.
Like, okay, let's
Katie has a little bit of body dysmorphia on,
I think we all do.
as far as that's concerned.
Yeah.
I have body dysmorphia in the way that I think that I look younger than my age. And I
don't think so.
I hope that's true. But if it's not, then just let me think what I want to think.
Yeah, let us think what we want to think. Let us feel.
Let me be happy.
Yeah,
I just want to be happy.
Yes, you should be allowed to be happy.
Yeah.
But we have a topic today.
Yes.
On stuff we wish we were good at some things I suck at. But I wish I was good at.
I'm not super great at anything. If I were to say that I was good at something, it might be like cooking and baking.
Okay. Yeah.
But even like I know people who are way better at it than I am.
Okay.
Well,
yeah. I mean,
so like I don't even know that I'm actually. Well, I just don't even know that I'm actually like super good at anything. But these are things that I would like to either be really good at naturally or like better.
Okay. What's your first one?
I wish I was a financial savant.
That's a good one.
I wish, because I'm not terrible with money. I get by. But I would like to be so good with my finances that if I were to receive like any sort of type of extra money, like an inheritance from a long lost uncle or aunt that I had no idea about, which is not going to happen because we don't have that. But let's just say, I'm a person who would have that and I would come into some sort of money. I would love to know how to invest that. Or even if I didn't come into money, let's just take the paycheck that I have and maybe like I could invest that in something and then I could, pay off all of my debts or things like that. I'd like to be a financial savant and I'd like to be so connected logically to my finances that when I get the urge to buy something, a red alarm would go off in my brain and be like, no, you can get that in like, 3 months time. Just remember, we're saving this, and this, and you can get it then. And you know what? I would love to learn. And I know this is something I could probably learn to be.
Yeah.
I've never been good at math or science. And that's another thing I'd like to be. I wish that I was naturally good at math and science because that means that I could have been a doctor of some sort. You know, if that kind of
Yeah.
stuff came naturally, I could have, or if I was really good at math and finances, I could have been some sort of accountant. You know, I mean, I would love to be good at
I
those
know,
types of
doing your own
things.
taxes.
Yes.
Taxes confuse the crap out of me. I did
Well,
my
and
kids' taxes, and I'm like, I don't know if I did
doing
this right, but here
taxes
you
to
go.
maximize my refund
Maximize your refund, yes.
lawfully. You know?
Lawfully. Also, like the stock market.
Well, that's what I was saying. Stocks and all that too.
Right. Stocks, like I've started reading, and I never finished books on stocks before, and it's like it feels like you have to keep track. It's like a full-time job almost
Yes.
to be like, oh,
Or you have
stocks
to
up
have
today, stocks
you have
down.
to have a
Like,
stock guy,
financial
guy.
a financial guy. So it just seems like a lot of work, that the stocks and everything. But to be a financial wizard, I guess you can kind of put it into practice somehow. But
there are ways you can get better at it.
Yeah.
It's just I don't feel like I have time right now.
I know.
Having a toddler, I don't. And it's not even just that I don't have time. Like, I would choose not to take the time on that because I just want to enjoy her. I just want to watch her grow up and be present and also enjoy my life. I don't need another job.
I guess like every time you think about spending money, you could be like, well, I can put that in my pocket.
And that's how I have been lately, but I wish I would have come to this conclusion, I don't know, like maybe 15 years ago.
But like so many things come up too that you don't expect to pay for, that aren't part, like
that's the problem. Medical
bills, all that stuff.
All that.
So not the not fun stuff that we don't want to pay for.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to get good at too is one thing I want to get good at actually, but I do want to get good at finances. But makeup, which I know we talked about this before.
And I second that too. I barely know how to put mascara and foundation on. So
yeah. And I don't mean like all that contouring. Like I feel like the contouring is good, but I feel like it's a lot of work that wouldn't really help me that much.
Because we already have we're not round of cheek.
No, I guess not.
We already have angles.
Yeah. And I feel like if I were to contour anything, like I sort of contour my nose now, but like I hate when then like you can sort of tell when it's contoured, like when you have that shiny, like some people you can see like, oh, you're contouring. Some people you can't, but some people you're like, wow, that's pretty obvious. And I think like for real life and pictures is different. Like you need heavier makeup for pictures, video, whatever. But for real life, it's like when you wear that makeup, it's just like, whoa.
When you say for real life, it just makes me think of Bluey. For real life. They say that.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
But I actually am having trouble right now. I'm not wearing any face makeup. I'm wearing a little bit of blush, but I'm not wearing like any concealer under my eyes. No foundation. So
you look great.
I'm
wearing a loose powder foundation and mascara.
See, that's all you need. But
that's all I can muster.
Really?
Oh, and
try a little blush. Maybe?
I have a little bit of that like elf mascara for my eyebrow too.
Oh, the brow
mascara.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try that.
Because I was born with skint eyebrows.
See, they're
not bushy,
dark, but they can be skint in places that I have to like.
Well, and mine are blonde in places too, so it's like not easy to see either.
Yeah. So you kind of have to guess.
If they're not filled in, kind of.
Yeah. But I'm not wearing it because I started a new retinol, and every time I put anything on my face, it just flakes up. Apparently, that's never happened to me with retinol, but apparently you just have to. It's not uncommon, and you just gotta wait, which sucks. Pardon. So they say just keep being consistent about it, and eventually it'll stop. It says 2 to 6 weeks. It's already been 2 weeks for me, so we might be closer to 6 weeks.
Well, that explains why I'm still flaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long has it been for you?
I don't even know. I might be on like the 6th week or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm even trying the sandwich method. They said like if you put moisturizer on, then retinol, then another layer of moisturizer, it's like
it protects.
Yeah, it protects it. It like slows it down a little bit. But even that is like, and I only went from 0.5 to 0 or to 1%. So I don't feel like that's a huge jump, even after using 0.5 so long.
Retinol be strong.
I guess so. It better work. All right, I'm gonna stop it. Because I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it. I can't deal with all these flakes. I just feel crusty.
I know.
Crusty and musty.
I know how you feel. Last night I took off my foundation with some micellar water, and my skin was peeling like I had a sunburn, and I was like, this is weird.
Really?
Yeah. But it also felt really good because I got all of it off, and I was just like, ooh, my skin feels so soft.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it took forever though
to peel
to
everything
get
off.
all the peels off, and I was like, when will it end? But then when it was all off, I was like, this kind of feels nice.
I've had pieces of the peel in my eyelashes and not even known it, because that's how bad my skin is flaking. And but I also, they do like a chemical peel I've seen before, where they tell you like the stages of the peel is like, one day you just have flakes all over your face, and you're not supposed to touch them. They say don't touch the flakes for like a couple days.
So hard for me.
Yeah.
That would be so hard for me.
I know. I'm like, how are you supposed to go? It looks disgusting.
It's like you have to take a week off of work and be like, sorry, man, I have to chill.
Yeah, a week basically. Right, yeah. Work from home and turn your camera off or something. I don't know.
Be like, I'm hideous. I cannot be seen. I can work remotely.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I want to get good at, is like eye makeup. Like make my eyes look bigger and more, I don't know. Maybe this is all I can do. Who knows?
I don't know. I think just getting good at anything does take time.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're either willing to make the time, because we have to make the time.
Yeah.
There's no other way, or we're not, and I'm in a season where there are things that I am willing to make time for, and there are things that I'm not willing to make time for. Oh, I'm sorry. Again, I'm running on a little bit of little sleep too. So excuse me, everybody. I'm sleepy. Moving on. The next thing I would like to be good at is being more minimalistic.
Okay.
Less clothes. Like I wish I was really good at, like you were saying, like fashion and knowing my body type, so I could kind of have like a capsule amount of clothes, so that I could, and all the pieces can coordinate together, so that I can make several different outfits with like staple pieces, and they all look like super chic. And that way I wouldn't have to have so much, like my closets could be storage for other things. And I wouldn't have to have so many dressers, and but I also just love clothes, and I love options. I do too. Yeah. And also most of the time I love dressing like a bum in sweatshirts, and that's why I have, so many sweatshirts. So I just don't know if that's in the cards for me either.
Okay.
But I would love to be that way.
Yeah.
I would love to be more minimalistic.
And I bet it causes less stress too, if you already know what you're gonna wear. And
absolutely,
I used to like plan stuff out. I don't really do that anymore. But my husband like has a uniform, as like he wears a black t-shirt and khakis every single day. Like he found out that's what he likes to wear.
That's what makes him confident.
Doesn't think about anything. He just grabs his black shirt, grabs his khaki pants, and wears it. And it looks good.
Yeah. But I also think that different people with different lifestyles have different demands as far as their wardrobe is concerned. I don't have many demands, but I also think, I don't know. I really wish that I could be one of those people that had like a capsule, and I was like super chic, and it kind of forced me to actually like wear the things that I have. But then there are problems with having like a clothing capsule too. Like you have to like have 4 different capsules for each season.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Well, here in Chicago for sure.
Yeah. And then, also if you keep wearing those items, if they're not super high quality,
you're
going to have to eventually replace them. Yeah. Although that's actually kind of better, because then you're still not taking up too much room. You're like, okay, I can't wear this anymore. It's got like a hole in it or whatever.
Needs
It needs to
replacing.
be replaced.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, gosh, it would be cool to just have enough money that I could go to a stylist and
Yeah.
like kind of like have a capsule plan for me and just kind of like give all my other clothes away. But then there's also the fact that there's a lot of textile waste, and
True.
you know, there's landfills are being overfilled with textile waste too. So it's like I've actually just stopped buying clothes lately.
Okay.
You know, just because I don't want to be part of that textile waste either.
Yeah. You could always give your clothes away or sell them if they're good enough
but
quality.
even if you give them away,
sometimes
Goodwill has to throw
yeah,
stuff away too.
I'm sure
They get overrun with things, and
dish rags.
you can't use.
You can't use everything as a dish rag.
And then you just be storing a bunch of clothes as dish rags too. And where do you put those?
Yeah,
You know,
true.
so it's just, I don't know. It's hard. We've all grown up like being a certain way and acquiring certain things, and now we know what we know as far as like what's happening to our planet when we live the way that we're living. And it's just like I feel like you're kind of stuck like between a rock and a hard place. And then fashions are constantly changing too, so even if you have a capsule that you're like, oh, I like this, whatever, you could be completely out of style.
Yeah,
you know.
that's true. Yeah,
I mean, I do think that there's probably some things that maybe never go out of fashion,
timeless things. Yeah,
but it's hard to say.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
What's
your next one?
Speaking of the planet, I wish I was a better gardener.
Oh, same. I would love to know how to grow my own food.
I know. Well, that, and I just love. I've always loved the idea of like an English garden. You know, like in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
You know, behind a white picket fence, and you go through, and in the summertime, you just sit on a bench and
you're surrounded
enjoy the garden and a nice cup of tea.
You're surrounded by hydrangeas and peonies,
exactly,
and just roses and everything just bursting with color. And then you know, if you're a good gardener, maybe you know, like, well, as soon as it's okay, I'm going to plant this here and this here, so that as soon as the peonies are done and I have to deadhead them, these will spring to life.
Right.
And my garden will always be full.
Exactly.
You know?
And you knew what grew at what time. Exactly. The seasons, everything. When I first moved in here, there was like a tire tractor in our backyard. It sounds kind of trashy, but there was a tire tractor. So I planted it was called a red dwarf bush. And it gets really red in the autumn, and it looks really pretty. And I swear to God, I planted that thing right in the middle of this tractor tire. I barely did anything to it. Maybe I watered it once in a while. It's huge.
Yeah.
I barely had to lift a finger with this thing. It grew. It felt like it grew on its own.
Some things are just hardy. Right? Maybe it's a hardy plant, and you planted it. It's in the right zone.
Yes.
You know, it's exactly where it needs to be. So it's like, I don't need anything. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know?
Since then, I always wanted like a flowery tree or bush. I bought a magnolia tree, and I'm like, this is going to be so beautiful. I'm going to plant it in the backyard. Our backyard is kind of like just sparse and grass and kind of hilly.
But it's huge. It's a huge yard.
It's a big canvas. But I'm like, I want to look out in my backyard and just see a blooming flowery tree, right?
Which sucks when they're done flowering and they only flower for like maybe like 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah, if that.
But this died over the winter. So I think I was supposed to
cover it.
It was not as hardy.
When it's young.
Yeah, cover it, do some sort of thing. I think it also got, because only parts of it were blooming the next year, and then the next year it just like didn't do anything. It was just a stick basically. I'm like, great. And then since then I've tried to plant like other things, and they just seem to, And I feel like I look at the name and they do show you like the zones.
The zone, yeah.
They do. And I'm like, okay, this is our zone. And I feel like they shouldn't sell anything that's not in our zone here.
I agree.
You know, because why would I be moving this inside? I don't know. But I feel like I've planted some things since then and it just hasn't turned out. And I've really tried. Like weeds, grass have crept up.
Gosh, weeds are just so hardy.
And I
weeds can grow anywhere. I wish more plants were as hardy as weeds.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you can look at a median in the middle of like a highway and you see like grass and weeds.
You can see weeds coming up through the cracks in the sidewalk, and it's like, where are you getting your nutrients, bro?
Where is the soil underneath this? You know,
how are you living? Where is your nutrients coming from?
Yeah. So, I planted another plant. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like near the fence. I wanted it to like creep up the fence, and I even like start pruning it. I think I just had to clear more of a space for it because it was eaten up by grass too. I'm like, this is crazy. But I wish I was a better gardener because I want that English garden. I want to, you know, look at it in the spring and summer and just be like, it looks so beautiful. Be like my own little private paradise, you know. But plants are expensive.
And I'd love to have a greenhouse where I grew all of my own fresh produce too. I would love that.
Yes.
And a greenhouse so that pests would not be in it.
Okay.
You know, I'd like to, you know, be able to grow, you know, carrots and tomatoes and potatoes and lettuces of different varieties and herbs and things like that, and not have, you know, pestilence come and consume it.
Right. Though life finds a way.
Well, they do, for sure. But I wish I was better at managing that too. Because you know what? I used to be way better at managing houseplants, and now all my houseplants are dead too. And it's like they all, like, sometimes I forget to water them.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them just get this like weird, like, sickness and then die. It's weird.
That is weird.
And I just don't know.
What do they get the sickness from?
Yeah.
You know? It's like, what are they touching?
Well, and also, if they're getting a sickness, what's wrong?
Right. What's wrong with the air?
Yeah.
Or the water?
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy.
But then I was looking up online. I get the spruce. They email me. It's it's also like, I think it's part of like the Better at Homes and Gardens umbrella, but it's more focused towards plants.
Mm-hmm.
And I was reading one of the articles from there, and they were like, and some of these plants need filtered water, and I was like, oh, come on. You know, it's like,
I feel like, how? Why? If this plant was alive and natured, it would not need filtered water,
right? You know?
Or maybe it would filter some other way that, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So I don't know. I wish that too. I wish I was better at gardening and growing my own plants and food and everything.
It does take a lot of time.
It does, and also I don't like bugs.
Yeah, there's a lot of bugs out there.
And I don't like digging. You know,
yeah, digging a hole is harder than it looks.
It's like, especially, and here's part of the problem is that the past like few summers have been like, if it's not like hotter than Hades outside, it's pouring rain and there's no in between.
Right.
So it's like, when am I gonna be good at maintaining any of this or even setting any of this up? You know, because like I remember I tried to plant some things and I dug these holes, but it was like 90 degrees outside, and I was just like, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Like I hate this. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And then everything hurt afterwards because I was so dehydrated and had heat stroke.
You're using weird muscles that you've never used digging.
Because I don't dig. You know?
Yeah.
Because most of the year it's not appropriate for digging.
Right.
You know, so it's not like I can keep those muscles, you know, spry, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, the next thing that I would love to be good with is, and I think these two things go really hand in hand. Decorating my house so that it feels curated and like my home.
Okay, more
and
homely.
then organizing with minimal storage. So I want to have one of those houses that like I walk in and I immediately have a place for everything and everything has its place.
Okay. And it's not all out in the open.
And it's not all out in the open. And I want to have my style expressed in a color palette, in curated furniture pieces, in art or structural art, or even just represented in like cool pieces of furniture and things like that. Like,
yeah,
I know that it's not just people who decorate houses and people who, you know, create or who are interior decorators. I've seen people have really cool curated homes.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to do that. Like I want to just be able to like have the funds to like be like, you know what? I think this room needs this kind of bookcase, and we're going to do this with the TV, and we're going to color drench it here with this color, and we're going to get this rug, and then everything's going to tie together, and we're going to put this photo here and this piece of artwork here, and then, you know, we'll have all of these pieces that, you know, double as like, you know, storage, but also like other functionality. And it's just, you walk in and you're like, wow, I could just really like get cozy in here and read a book.
Yeah. Well, clutter can really stress you out. It stresses me
out.
Out.
I love, you know me. I love being a very, very tidy person.
Yeah.
And having a child and a husband, even though I am very, very lucky and I would not trade it for the world. Like I would rather live in a pigsty and have my husband and my daughter than not. But it's just, it's hard to keep clutter at bay when you have a toddler running around like a tornado, and you have, you know, other people like your husband who may not know where you want everything to go.
Right.
You know,
and they have their habits.
Yeah.
Like that, where they put things.
And I'm even guilty of it. I come home and I'm like, you know what? I don't know where to put this. I'm just going to put this on the kitchen table. And the kitchen table just ends up being this terrible catch-all for everything all the time.
Yeah.
And then it's like somebody's coming over and it's like, oh my God, what are we going to do with the kitchen table? It's been a storage for everything for the past 6 months.
Yeah, and I mean, we've had our carpet. The carpet has been here since before we moved in, and it was 10 years ago. And since then, we've had spills and stuff. And it's mostly like our finances getting in our way to get new carpet, but also it's the fact that I feel like other things might be spilled here before. So why would we get new carpet or new floors or whatever and have these accidents be happening? Let's wait until the kids are a little older. And I mean, Ruby's 8. She's the youngest, and she's 8. So, and she's still spills
when was Heidi and Holly's last spill ages?
Heidi probably like a couple years ago. So
yeah, okay.
You know, so maybe not, but it seems recent. You know, and the new coffee table, like things get spilled on that. Like our coffee table's all nicked and everything, and it's like, well, if we get a new coffee table, there's no guarantee that it's not going to look like this a couple years from now.
I'm not a coffee table enthusiast.
No,
we
use our coffee table.
I like a good ottoman that can double.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Adam, I just don't even use coffee tables. Like I'm more of like
open up the room more.
I'm more like maybe I need an end table so I can put my drink on there.
Yeah.
But like what is a coffee table really for if you don't have it for putting like, you know, magazines or drinks on? And honestly, I feel like somebody's going to bump into that coffee table and knock over a drink.
Right. And if you have young ones too, like if you have you can't put candles out. If you have like a little one that's, you know, going to reach for the candle, it's better.
As demonstrated by my daughter, the last time she was here, which was Friday.
Yeah, but I mean a candle that's like on and on fire.
Yeah. Well, she just was scraping them with her nails, even when they weren't on fire.
That's fun. So you don't want her to use a candle when they're lit or not lit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I know what you're talking about with that. It's like something about like when your house is organized or you have, I always wanted my house to smell good. Yeah. Like smell fresh. I feel like that really makes things smell like or like feel like home too. When you have a nice clean smell or like a familiar smell.
House doesn't smell like anything, and if it does smell like something, it just smells like food.
Really?
Like yesterday, I cut up an onion for Adam because he wanted onion on his hot dog, and then our house just smelled like onion for a bit.
Yeah,
but it usually doesn't smell like anything to me, and I'm guessing that's just because I'm nose blind. Like, you would have to tell me what my house smells like. Does it smell like? I wouldn't be surprised if it smelled like dog.
Well, it's like when you first walk in. Like, what smell hits you?
Nothing hits me.
Sometimes if I'm right by the door, I can smell shoes. If I'm coming
in my house,
no, me.
Oh, okay.
If I'm coming in the basement way, I can like the cat litter's there. That hits you right in the face, and who knows if it sort of dissipates, I think, when you get up the stairs, but like how much can you still kind of underlyingly smell it? And sometimes the sink smells, and you're like, why does my sink smell right now? I ran the disposal, like, you can't
put dish soap down when you run the disposal.
When it smells,
I do that.
When it smells, I do, and it seems to work.
I do it like once a day.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
just so it keeps it from smelling, because I used to not do it that often, and then I was like, I'd walk past, and I was like, the sink smells like death.
I know, and it ruins
I was
your
like,
day.
no.
Yeah.
So I just every day I put a little bit of like Dawn dish soap while I run the disposal with cold water, and it seems to really keep those smells at bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've been gabbing for a while. It's already like 50 minutes.
Oh my gosh, this is like the longest episode ever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but
I'm done with my things I would love to be good with, but I'm sure I could go on forever.
We want to know what you want to be good at.
Yeah.
Like share. If you relate to our list, let us know if you have
comment.
another thing that you wish you were good at.
Yeah.
We want to hear about it. We really do. We're not just saying that. So like, subscribe, comment,
and
share.
Come back if you've been with us.
Yeah, come back. We like seeing you.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for visiting our weird little corner of the internet. Bye.
Bye-bye. We are Relatably Random, produced and hosted by Allison Rossbaum and Katie Anderson. Music by The Trouble. Relatably Random is recorded in Katie's basement. Please like and subscribe if you're random. Follow us on Instagram at Relatably Random Pod. Thank you so much for listening.